Hello everybody. I want to show you how to make something this morning. I thought it was so cute. Now this is just my little sample piece, so don't look at this and say, oh, that's ugly. Look at this little kite. And I want to make it a piece of ephemera to go in my journals. So I thought it'd be really cute to make some of those today, and I'm going to show you how. The first thing you need to do is take you a piece of scrap paper. And I'm just going to give you the measurements of the one I made. And then once you learn how to make it, you can make it any size you want. So what I did was I drew me a straight line. Y'all, I just had to stop this video 4 times, and here he comes back in. I don't know what he's doing. We'll try to get through it. I think he's getting popsicles and gonna go outside. Anyway, with a very straight line, we're gonna draw us a 4-inch line. So I'm gonna start, there's my 4-inch mark. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just like that. And then I want to do a line that is 2.5 inches over. I don't want to go in the center, so let me see if I can help you get this. Here is your center right here, okay? If you can see that, that's your center. We want to go above that. We're gonna go, let me see, this one is 4 inches. I went about almost 1.5 inches down. So from the top, almost 1/2 inch down, 1.5 inches down, sorry, almost, not quite. So we're gonna go to about right here, okay? I'm gonna draw a line straight across, but I want that line to be 2.5 inches. So you want to line your paper up and try to do a 2.5 inch line, which would be 1 1/4. So we're going to put it right there on the quarter mark and hope that this is straight. I can't really tell. That little boy, he's something else. And do a 2.5 inch line across. If you're going to erase this one, we don't want to think about this one no more. It's done for. Over, disappeared, gone. Now we want to go from here to here and draw a line. And I went just a little past. Same thing on the other side, from here to here. He is wound up tighter than an 8-day string, let me tell you. All right, and then we're going to go from here to here with a line, and from here to here with a line. And what I like about this project is we're making 4 at the same time. It makes 4 kites. He is just hollering like crazy. All right, there's our kite. Isn't that cute? All right, what we want to do is cut this one out. This is our template. You can write template on it. And we're going to cut that out. This is just a piece of construction paper that I'm using. It was just something that was handy, that I wouldn't have to cut up my good paper, you know. So we're going to cut this one out. And then you got to pick out some pretty paper that you like, that kind of coordinate. You want 4 different colors. Now we're done with that. These are the colors that I've picked out. Don't have a lot to choose from right now, but I thought these would work. Might do something like that. So anyway, what you want to do is take your first piece And you want to cut it the same way every time. So if you decide to go with the kite head going to the left, then you need to do it on every piece of paper. Put your corner right down here in the corner of the paper, line the edge up, and then draw around it. Oop. Then take your ruler and go from the center to the corner. And then from this line to that line, just like you were doing the kite. And we're going to cut that out. This is section number 1, section number 2, section number 3, section number 4. You want to turn it over and number them. So if this is 1, you're going to turn it over and you're going to do it backwards. So you're going to go 2 here, 1 here, 3 here, and 4 here. I hope that makes sense. And then we're going to get our next piece and do the same thing. You're going to do every color this way, but remember, whatever direction you had your kite facing the first time, you want it to face the same way on every piece of paper. I'm going to go ahead and draw all of them out. Don't forget to draw your lines. Diagonally and horizontal on the kite. All right, and once you have them all numbered, then you want to cut them apart. And as you're cutting them apart, put them in their correct, pile all the ones up in one spot and all the twos in one spot and so forth. That's number 1. That's number 4. Number 2 and number 3. One, 3, so when you're done, you'll have one of each color in a pile. All right, now we have our 3 piles, and each pile should have a different color in it. Now we need a piece of paper that coordinates with this that is either solid white or darker than any color you have picked out here for your kite. So let me find one and I'll be right back. All right, I could not find a dark piece that I liked, so I'm going to use white. Actually, I'm using this, but it's a piece of scrap. I'll move my pieces up, and I'm going to just build on this. What we're doing is we're taking one from each pile, whatever color you want to use. Make sure it says 1 on the back. And we're going to figure out how it goes. Usually the long edge goes over here at an angle. If it helps you, you can draw a straight line to go by because you won't see it. And you're going to line the one edge up here, and then this edge, the long edge, is going to go at an angle. And you're going to line it up right there with that line. Oh, I can't get a hold of it. And just line it up right on that line you drew. Because the straighter you get it, I'm telling you now, the straighter you get it, the happier you'll be with it if you start off with it straight in the very beginning. Okay, pick your next color. What color do I want? Well, that's definitely not a go because that's the same one. I have this one. It's very contrasting. I think I'll go with that one. Figure out beforehand where you want it. The long edge usually goes together, and then the edge on the bottom. Now, when you put this piece down, you want to leave the tiniest little gap between there. Now, if this was dark colored paper, I would leave an even smaller gap. I mean, just a 1/16. But since it's white, it's not going to show up as much. So I'm going to move it away just a little bit, and I'm going to put about like that, 1/8 of an inch gap between them. And I'm using this Aqua Mono Liquid Glue by Tombow because it will give you a little bit of time to move things around if they're not perfectly straight. And don't worry about it if it's not perfect. It's not gonna be. It is absolutely not gonna be perfect. All right. Just like that. And if you want, you can go all the way across, just doing 1 and 2s. But I'm gonna show you how to finish this. Okay, so we've got 1 and 2. Let's pick out a number 3. Let's do this one. Okay, it goes on this side. 3 goes on this side because you got 1, 2. No, it doesn't. It goes on this side. 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to do it just like that, leaving about 1/8 of an inch gap. I know I got just a little too much glue. That looks good. All right. Now we're ready for number 4. And it goes, okay, what did I do wrong? That's number 4. Why is that cut wrong? I think we picked this one up from somewhere else on that. So I think it got mixed up over here. Okay. And it's going to go just like that. It's easy to get them mixed up when you're cutting these little pieces apart. Remember to leave a gap between these two and between the one on the top. And there you have it. And then you just go back to the beginning. You start over with your number 1. Put it right on that line, because the first line is so important. And then number 2, let's see, goes this way. Leaving a gap. And there we go. Over here and do this one. Whoop. Now looky there, we've already got 4 kites almost completed. Now what I'm gonna do is use my X-Acto knife and start cutting these out. I think it's a little quicker with an X-Acto knife. All right, and then we're just gonna pop these out like this. All right, we have 4 little kites. Now I have this hole punch that's got a little bitty punch in it, and I'm gonna stick this in here, and at the bottom corner, come up a little bit, I'm gonna put a little hole on all 4 of these. And then I'm gonna put a string in there in each one. I'm just gonna cut me about 4 pieces of string. I'm gonna stick those through the hole, turn it over, and on the back I'm gonna use a little piece of tape to hold that down. I don't want the tape sticking out over the, you know. And I'm just gonna do that to every one of these. Okay, so 2 more here. Put it through the front side. turn it over and put a little piece of tape on it. Now, what does every kite have on its string? They have little bows. I'm going to show you really quickly how to put bows on your... Okay, let me show you how to draw a bow real quick. You're going to draw a line straight down, about, I don't know, a 1/4 inch or a little more. Come over about a 1/2 inch, draw a line straight down. Go from the top of this line over to the bottom of this line. Go from the bottom of this line over to the top of that line. In the middle, at the top, you're going to draw a smiley face, a little smiley face. And at the bottom, you're going to draw a sad face, a sad mouth. Just cut that out. You're going to need, I think I did 4 on mine. All right, take you a little dab of glue, put a little drop on that string, and then just put this down. Now, I should have, things are getting crazy at my house, so I messed up a little bit. You can see my lines and I can't erase it. So turn your paper over and draw on the back side. So there's a line here, go across, make an X. Draw a sad face in the middle, or a happy face on the top and a sad face on the bottom. And cut that out, and then when you flip it over, you won't have any lines on there. I think I did 4 on my little, no, I did 3 on my little test piece. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, to kind of mass produce these bows, I drew a straight line down here, moved over 1/2 inch or a little more, drew a straight line down, and now I'm going across and drawing lines horizontally. And then I'm just going to go back and make X's in each box, like that. And then I'll go back after I do that, and I'll put my happy face in the middle, my sad face on the bottom, and then I'll cut all those out. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to wrap this up pretty quick. I got all my little things on there, and I'm just gonna swirl my little string around when I put it in the journal, something like that. I just think they're adorable, and I hope you like them. Now, we're not done. I have another little project for you, but these will make adorable little ephemera pieces to put in your journals. Or, I don't know, maybe you want to make a bookmark out of it. Whatever you want to do. I hope you enjoyed this project. Okay, let's finish this up, this video, and what I want to show you next are these little paper fans. Now, this one was just my test model, but those are so cute. This one will not fold in and out because I put a piece of paper across the back to hold it this way. I didn't want it to move. I didn't have any brads when I made this one, so I just tied a little bow right there with a piece of string, and I think that's really pretty just like that. But I am going to show you how to make it, and I'm going to show you how to use brads so that your fan will fold in and out. Let's move these out of the way. We'll keep that one right there on the corner, and we will move these adorable little kites out of our way. There you go. Now for these fans, you're going to need some paper. You might want a different one for each little triangle. You're going to need some distress ink, and I'm using paper doilies for the lace trim. If you've got real lace and you want to use real lace, then that's up to you. You can make any size you want, just like the kites. I only needed one lace doily, paper doily, to make this size right here. You're going to need some glue, of course, some string or some brads, some scissors, a small hole punch, It's just got a little tiny hole punch there. Or you can use your awl to poke a little hole. Let me straighten my camera just a little bit. And a ruler. So we're going to get started on this. And these are the papers that I'm going to use. They're just scrap pieces. And my pencil. All right. So what I want to do is draw a little smiley face. Just a small one, like that. Then I want to draw 2 little eyes, just a little bit outside of the smiley face. And then I'm going to connect them. So it's going to look like that. It's going to look like a U, kind of wide at the top. All right. Then we want to take our ruler. And I might have should have moved this over just a little. Let's see here how it looks. And I want them to be, let's see, how wide did I make these? I made about 1.5 inches wide. So I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to mark my 1.5 inches. And then I'm going to connect the bottom to the top there where I made my mark. And we have that. Eyeball your center, which is right here. Move it up about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch. I guess 1/4 of an inch. Then you want to connect this kind of in a little bit of an arch. From this dot here, from this dot here. Just a little arch. And there you have your pattern. And then we just cut those out. And then we will use this one as the pattern for our next color. These are so quick and simple to make, and they look so adorable in your journals. All right, so I have one. Let's see, what did I do that? Okay, I have one that color, so I'm going to do one this color. Set that aside. All right, we have all our pieces laid out. I'm going to take 2 at a time, put them together. And then I have an awl. Well, you take your awl or your paper punch and punch a little hole. Don't punch it too close to the edge or it'll tear on you. You've got to go up a little bit. And that's where I punched mine, if you can see that. Let's see where I'm at in the camera there. Let's do 2 more. I do want them in the same spot pretty much, so I'm going to put these together and use that one for a guide. Okay, one more to go. These are quicker than the kites are. All right, so then I just took my paper doily, took my glue, some glue on the back like that. That's a little too much glue. And then I laid it where I wanted it. Now, you might want a lot of lace at the top of yours, but I laid mine kind of close to the edge, just like that. Now only put glue around this very top right here. And then I just went around the doily. I need to move this up a little more so y'all can see it a little better. All right, just like that. We'll give those just a minute to dry and we're practically done. Got glue on my glass here, but it just comes up so easy. I just take a razor blade and go like this all over it, and when everything's dry, it just comes right up. I would really like to have a bigger glass mat to work with. All right. And then when they're done, you can take your scissors and you can snip it right up here. Jill, come here. Come here and lay down. And then turn it over, and I just tear that off like that. And then you can trim this loose away if you want to. So there's one. Jill, no. Just because Poppy's barking doesn't mean you gotta bark. Turn it over and then just tear that away. She just can't help her little self, can she? And then I straighten this up even with the template here, so it looks nice. Okay, we're just gonna snip it right in there. Turn it over and tear it away. Cut the loose off. Well, can't get my fingers under there this morning. And then we just have this one left. That little dog outside, she just barks at every little old thing. Of course, Jill ain't much better if she has the opportunity to bark. She wants to bark and voice her opinion on the matter. I have been looking for a long-haired dachshund, and they had some at Walmart yesterday. Oh, y'all, you don't know how tempted I was to go down there and get one of them babies. I wanted one so, so bad. And then you just put them where you want them. I think I liked the way it was just a second ago. I think I like it like that right there. Put them in the order that you want them. And then grab you a brad. These I got at Walmart. You get 200 of them. I don't think it was but $3 or something like that. Grab you a little brad. And I still, y'all, I would almost just do the bow again. I think the bow is darling. I really like it. But I want this one to move, and I want to show y'all how to do it. So I was thinking if I could still add a bow. Let me put these up here. I'm getting out of frame today. I didn't get my camera just right. I wonder if I could still add this in underneath the brad. Okay, so I'm going to pick this one up and put it right in there, and my hole isn't quite big enough, but that's okay. And then pick up the next one. Pick up the next one. Pick up the next one. And then pick up this one. All right, and then I want to see if I can get this string under here. Yeah, looky there. And then I'm gonna go around it once. I'm gonna go around that brad one time. I think I am anyway. Pull these straight down. Kind of snug. There we go. I felt it give. All right. Turn it over. Push those in there nice and tight. I need to turn this brad a little bit though. It's not going to turn now. I may just have to cut it off. And then open these up. Let's see if I can turn it now. Well, I didn't turn it, but I bent them a little bit. All right, and then all you got to do is place these You might not want to do it as tight as mine is, because if you can do this a little looser, it will fan better for you. But there you go. Now let's tie a string. Come here, Jill. Come here, Jill. She don't need your help barking. She does not need your help. We are expecting a couple of pieces of mail today, so it's possible that she's barking at a mailman, but I kind of doubt it. All right, let's tie a bow. No, Jill. And then I'm gonna pull these to the length I want them. Jill, no, I said. No. I'm gonna put you in your room. And she don't like that either, y'all. She don't like to be put in her room when her mama is out here. All right. How cute is that? How cute is that? Now I have 2 little fans to put in my journals. How cute are those? This one's a little bit smaller. They're cute, right? I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope you'll make you some fans and some kites for your journals. I think they will be absolutely adorable. Let me show you an example. Let's take our sewing journal here. And look, even on this page with the little butterfly would be cute, but I've already got something there. Let's see. What about right there? What about right here? What about right there? Oh, that's so cute. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna put it just like that. Whoop. And then I want this to go kind of like that. So let's see, we can put a little glue under here and under there. And that down. That one down. That one. That one. And then I want this string to come around here like that. And then down like that. Are y'all seeing anything I'm doing? I am so sorry. I really should have took the time to fix my camera better. Look how stinking cute. Right? I love it. Now, what if I'd been smart, what I could have done is made that a tuck spot. So instead of gluing that side down, I could have just glued this side and this side, and that would have been a little bit of a tuck. That would have been cute. All right, let's put a fan in. Let's put a fan in. I like this little one with just the bow. How cute is that? Where do I want it? Down here? Look, 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 look. I got an idea. Let me get some stronger glue, or some glue that holds quicker anyway. Let's do this one, the Fabri-Tac. The glue booger. And let's see. If I put it like that, let's do this edge down here. And across here to this edge. Come on, glue, come out. All right. And then I want it right there. Let me get the lid on that glue. Now look what we can do. We can make ourselves a little tag real quick. There's 6x6 paper pad. Let's see if there's anything in here I like real quick. Oh, that's kind of cute. It's a little too busy though. I want something that's not quite so busy. Let's do maybe this one. Let's set our journal up there for just a second. Uh-oh. Did something fall. Let's cut us a little tag. Bring our journal back. Let's see, I don't think I want it quite that long. Let me get a bigger hole punch. Oh, look, here's a butterfly one. Nope, this isn't the butterfly one, but I did find my butterfly punch the other day. There we go. And look, we can use that for a tuck spot too. That's so cute. I just love it. I just love it. And what if we put, look, I want to show y'all something. If you don't have any ribbon or string or anything, which most people do, I know. But if you don't, you can use washi tape. Well, if I can find the beginning of this. You can use washi tape. Just stick that through there. Pull it through. I should have got a piece just a hair longer, I guess. Open that back up, if I can. There we go. Glue them together. I'm gonna cut that in an angle because it'll be cute. Looky there. Look. Is that cute or what? All right, I hope y'all had fun. I hope you make some of these. If you do, let me know in the comments. And I'm excited about an upcoming project that I have for y'all. It's about a very special journal that we're gonna make. And I'm so excited about it. I've ordered special paper, and it's gonna be a memorable journal. Memorabilia, just something like that. You know what I mean. Anyway, that's coming up, and it's coming up soon. It might not be the very next video because I'm waiting on some paper to come in, but I have everything else, and I'm really excited about it. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching today. I hope you'll subscribe and give me a thumbs up on the video because that helps an awful lot. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.